Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on season 2 that is kicking off. I remember when we spoke about season 1, it was really a fascinating story that took us into an interesting world where you were portraying a woman who was working as a prostitute and then moved up in the game and decided, no, I'm going to start creating my own pornographic films. And this is now that part of the journey. Where are we seeing your character move to in the next season?
So the last season was 1971, 72. We jump ahead to 77. And yeah, Candy's a director. She's also acting in some porn films. But you know, she's like many women right now, I think she's realizing that she doesn't have what she needs.
Right.
She's hungry. She wants more than she's been allowed to have, and she wants to make real movies. And well, she wants to make her porn movies great.
Right.
Because that's the world that she's allowed to make her movies in. That's all that she has access to.
And that's what I enjoy is that word allowed, because your character lives in this space where she's constantly playing with what she's been told she's allowed to do as a woman in a man's world, and she's finding the sneaky ways to navigate upwards within that world. Is that something that you were always conscious of having within the character, is that she is in control of the world that she's in and she's trying to break the world that she's not allowed to be in?
Well, that's, I mean, like, that's what women do.
Right.
I mean, I think there's all these ways that I've been realizing in my own life. I've been twisting myself around. I've been bending over backwards to somehow get what I need to survive. And Candy's the same, except Candy has very different circumstances than me. She started as a sex worker in 1971. She's trying to direct movies in 1977. Like,
right.
That's hard for anybody. And so she can't afford to, I mean, I guess in that scene that they just showed, she's pretty strident. She's pretty tough with Harvey. Harvey's like her Harvey and she fight all the way through. But they're like, I mean, they love each other.
Right.
That's like a place where she can like let it show. But mostly she has to use everything she's got. She's got to use her wit. She's got to use her sexuality. She's got to use her mind. She's got to use everything she can possibly get her hands on to get little tiny bits she needs to get the next inch to get even a little bit of what she feels she needs.
Right.
You know?
And as a woman in Hollywood who has seen the industry move gradually forward in different ways, but then at the same time be regressive in certain ways, do you feel like it's important for you to imbue within these characters your experience of femininity?
Well, it just happens naturally.
Right.
I mean, it's my experience. It's so many women's experience, and so that's what gets expressed. That I understand it. I mean, it's like all over the place. Things that were happening to Candy have happened to me in different ways.
Right.
I mean, she's way over on the spectrum of, you know, dramatic life, you know. But I relate to that hunger. I relate to like, okay, I know I need this. How do I play it so I can possibly maybe get it?
Right,
I know that I can't walk in and just totally ask for it, or, you know, I mean, I relate to all of it, and so I understand that, and I love her. You know, that's why I love her.
She's really a wonderful, lovable character that you enjoy. And what I've loved about, you know, season 1, and hopefully I'll see more of it in season 2, is that relationship developing between us, the audience, and the character.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is how you have a similar idea, and yet you've changed it in the movie that you're in on Netflix, right? The kindergarten teacher, because I watch you as Candy, and I've watched you in movies, and I go like, oh, you're so likable, you're so much fun, this is great, I enjoy you. And then I've only seen the trailer for this movie, and it made me wonder if I should call the police on you as a person. Because
as a person?
It's like one of the creepiest things I've ever, I go like, is this a thriller? Is this a horror movie? Is this a psycho thriller? Like, what is the story about, without you spoiling anything?
Well, I love that you say that about the trailer, and I think that the thing is that it's new, what it is. It's, you know, we say, and I think it's fair to say, it's a psychological thriller.
Right.
But it's really being in the mind of this woman who is not mentally ill, is not crazy, but who is being driven crazy by the culture that she finds herself in. And
right.
The culture that she finds herself in is this one. And so I think it's terrifying.
Because she plays a kindergarten teacher, right? And she,
Yeah, so from porn director to kindergarten teacher.
right. And she plays a kindergarten teacher, and there's a kid in the class who's really talented, and in the trailer, from what I see, she does poetry by night.
Yeah.
And then there's a kid who seems to be more talented than she is, just naturally.
Well, he's a kid.
Right.
I mean, this is the thing that's interesting. Yes, she thinks that he's a poet. But who's to say? I mean, I have a child the same age as that child, and my child, like all of our children, say things that are incredible and poetic all the time.
Right.
But she looks at it and goes, that's a poem. And she is an artist who is not being heard anywhere.
Right.
She's like Candy, like many of us in different ways. She's a woman and she has an element of herself that's starving. And she goes on the wrong track. Candy goes on the right track. Candy knows how to feed herself.
Right.
And this woman who I play in The Kindergarten Teacher tries to feed herself off this kid.
That is a weird twist in the world. You're playing a porn star who's doing the right things and a kindergarten teacher who is evil. I love it. I love every moment of it. Thank you so much for being on the show. Season 2 of The Deuce premieres on HBO September 9th, and The Kindergarten Teacher will be available on Netflix October 12th. Maggie Gyllenhaal, everybody.